everybody. Today we're talking about red light therapy, so I'm gonna let you guys start coming on. It's gonna be a great show. There's a lot of information here. So hi everybody. Hello, hello. Good morning. Happy Saturday. We're talking LED lights and healthy aging. So it's all the rave right now, although it's been around for a very long time. But that's what we're talking about. I'm gonna let you guys start coming on. Hi everybody, hello, hello. Okay, we got a lot to go over here. Okay, so first of all, you can see I've got a red light panel back here. Let me see if I can pull you over here a little bit. I've got my mat that's out there. I've got a bunch of different masks going on. I've even got one of these masks by Oduro, which has all of the different light spectrums. So it has everything from purple and amber and red and yellow. So there's a lot of different stuff going on with these masks. So I want to get to the bottom of all of it. What's it all about? Okay. Okay. So LED light therapy and healthy aging. Why is this important? I can't even begin to tell you, but I'm gonna try because it has to do with the energy in every cell. So light is so powerful. Somebody just asked, should I wear sunscreen while no, you don't, you do not, this is not UV light. There's no sunscreen necessary. I'm gonna turn this off just for a second, just so I can see better the questions that are gonna come in. And then I'll turn that back on in a little bit, okay? So LED light therapy and healthy aging. LED is light emitting diode. So that's what it stands for. We're just gonna call it LED for the remainder of this. And what is a light spectrum? So it's the light is actually electromagnetic energy. So we have to think of light as being energy, okay? And it's in the form of electromagnetic waves. So we don't want to think about magnets, but it is in electromagnetic waves. And there's various wavelengths for light, and only some of them are ones that we see. So how does light affect our body? I just want to give you one example, the easiest example. Light that we see and light that we don't see, all of it still affects us on a cellular level. And so when we're talking about UV light from the sun, how that affects our body is it hits our skin, it stimulates our melanocytes. Hold on one second. Red light basically is in the wavelength of 620 to 750. Now that's not the therapeutic wavelength. The therapeutic wavelength where all the studies are showing mass amounts of differences in people's skin and health is in a 630 to a 680 nanometer red light and mixed with a near infrared. But when the UV rays hit our body, so that's the sun rays hit our body, which we cannot see, they're in that spectrum of light that is not visible for the naked eye, we can see very clearly what that effect has on our body, right? So on our body, on our skin, it hits our skin, it then stimulates our melanocytes to figure out what's going on. Our melanin gets stimulated. But beyond that, there's all then of this cascade of hormonal actions that happen within the body for us to come to the rescue. The spleen gets activated, lets off another cascade of hormones, and it comes to the rescue to fight that inflammation and the free radicals that are caused from the UV sun. So if you can just wrap your head around the fact that we know we get sunburned, we know that the UV light affects our body, then it makes more sense that all of the other spectrums of light affect our body in a positive way. A lot of them in a positive way, some not so positive. But that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about energy from the light, from light therapy. So it's photobiomodulation. That's basically what it is. How does light energy affect our biology? And this has been around for a long time. NASA's been fooling around with this for a little while, trying to figure out how to heal wounds in space. But the South Koreans have been playing around with this stuff for beauty way before that. So I always South Korea is the kings and queens of skincare, because they really are. So the red light therapy increases, so I'm just reading a question, versus better the UV for the sun. Yes, red light therapy is not going to burn your skin. It bypasses your epidermis and goes into the dermis. If you guys are learning anything here, or you like the show, just hit that little arrow right there and send it to a friend, and let's, see if we can help people understand this. Because when it comes to like buying these kind of devices, not all devices are created equally. And so how does it work? What kind of light spectrums are we actually needing? And which ones are beneficial for healthy aging, and which ones help with fine lines and wrinkles versus acne and those kind of things. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Okay, let's see. Ultraviolet light, I just want to go over that real quick, is the light energy from the sun that we don't see. It can burn our skin, so it gives us an idea of how does light affect our body. Light has many different wavelengths, so it depends on what wavelength that we're looking at. White light contains all of those wavelengths, so the sunlight contains all of those wavelengths, but we only see certain wavelengths. Okay. So now let's talk about the visible light that we see, the red to blue. So the visible light spectrum is the spectrum that we see. It's still electromagnetic spectrum, but it's the spectrum, the wavelength that our human eye can then pick up on. And that's typically red to the blues. So red are longer wavelengths, and blues are much shorter wavelengths. So they have a different effect on the skin. And some of you may have, those that suffer from acne, you may have been told by your dermatologist to use a blue light on the skin. And this is kind of what, NASA had been working with in terms of not the blue, the red, in terms of wound healing. But for blue light, it's more surface. So the shorter wavelengths don't penetrate as deeply. Blue light is a shorter wavelength, so it doesn't penetrate down to the skin as deeply as a red light. And in doing this, it stays a little bit more on the surface and has an antimicrobial effect. So it affects the microbes in your skin, those that are associated oftentimes with acne, and the bacteria associated with acne. And so it helps to kill that kind of acne in the skin that will help the health of the skin in that way. When it comes to healthy aging, it's not a light spectrum that I use. I use a combination of red and near infrared, and I use it in a device. Well, I have the mask, so I'll go over the mask in a second, but I use it in a device that covers your whole body. And the reason is because when we're talking about light, when we're talking about the therapeutic range of light, it's hitting us on a cellular level. So basically what it's doing is it's going into the mitochondria of the cell and energizing it and having that cell create more ATP. Why is that important? Well, as we age, the energy of the cell goes down. The cells are less efficient at making ATP. And by stimulating them with something like a light that penetrates the epidermis of the skin and gets down into the cellular components, like every cell's got a mitochondria. That's the powerhouse of the cell. We learned this in biology in high school. I forgot all that for a long time, but refreshed my memory just recently. So anyways, when you're doing a light like this, it's literally getting into the mitochondria of the cell. Think of red light therapy as mitochondrial stimulation that can be systemic for your whole body. So we're not just talking about fine lines and wrinkles, although red light therapy does that. We're not just talking about inflammation, although red light therapy helps that as well. We're not just talking about, even skin tone. Red light therapy helps that as well. We're not just talking about wound healing. It helps that as well. We can also talk about there's a lot of research that says red light therapy, because it's energizing the whole body, is great for healthy aging and to have your whole entire body function better. So hormonal functions are better. Increases in testosterone, regulation of estrogen, All of that's coming from red light therapy. Okay, I'm gonna see if there's any, I can confirm. Yay, I don't know who just confirmed. MonB78, tell me, like, how can you confirm? Are you getting great results with these kind of devices? Because there's so much research on it. And Jove is one of those big panels and a company that really kind of spearheaded the big red light therapy craze in America. But it's been going on in South Korea for a long time. NASA started using it for wound healing and also diurnal patterns, because it does help with those sleep-wake patterns. So all of that has been experimented with NASA for a long time. But Jove is one of those red light therapy companies that really kind of, hi France, that really kind of tried to educate us in terms of the health benefits of red light therapy. So I get a lot of questions concerning these kind of masks and these kind of devices. I'm great. How are you doing? How much does a device like this cost, and where can I order it from? It really just kind of depends. I wish I would have written down the costs of each device, but I did not do that. But I could send you a link afterwards that gives you my top devices. You can research them yourselves, but at least it'll have a link so that you can, oh, thank you so much, Marissa. It'll help you to be able to do that research yourself. I would say this, not all red light therapy devices are created equally. Hold on one second. How do you spell the name? I think it's Joov. Joov. Can somebody else confirm that for me? I think Jove. This one is not Jove. This is platinum LED. And I actually like this one better. Yes, I will send you the links. If you just DM me after this red light, I'll give you a list of the masks that I use. This one is my favorite mask. It doesn't mean that there aren't other masks on the market at cheaper prices. There are, but there's reasons for that, and I'm gonna get over that. I'm gonna go over that as well. I also have been using the iRestore helmet, the iRestore medical device. This is not a helmet, it's a medical device. For years now, I've been using this, and I've got great results, and I'll tell you why this works. When you are looking at stimulating each cell at a mitochondrial level, you're increasing that ATP. Red light also acts as a vasodilator. So when we've got anything, capillaries all over the place, and we're blood flowing is everywhere. When you constrict that, you're not getting the nutrients, whether it's the collagen that you're drinking or the vitamins that you're taking or those nutrients from food, to those places in your peripheral where they're needing that kind of circulation. And red light therapy has been proven to increase circulation because it is a vasodilator. So will this help decrease blood pressure? Yes. Anything that is a vasodilator that opens up your blood vessels is going to increase your health. It's going to increase the nutrients to that spot. And the same thing is great for the hair. So I did a full Instagram live on hair restoration. And this was one of the devices that I talked about. And I just want to give you a little bit of an overview on this because I have a lot of questions about hair loss. And so I just wanted to let you guys know what this was about. This is the iRestore. It is FDA cleared. It's got a combination of lasers and LED. It's 282 lasers. You see how it shuts off automatically when I lift it? So when I lift it, if I lift it up too high, it'll shut off automatically. But it has 282 lasers and LED. This is the Pro device. There's a 12-month money-back guarantee. Right now, this particular device, I just spoke with the company yesterday because I wanted to make sure that, these devices are expensive. All of these are expensive. I do have some options on my Amazon that are more price effective, but these devices are very expensive, but they're literally an investment in your health or in your hair, in your overall aging, in the function of your skin, in the function of your cells. your circulation. There's just so many benefits to this. This right now, this eye restore is at oh my God, I can't even think. I'm just so excited about it. It's $450 off of this device. It's cheaper right now than it was Black Friday. I'm not sure why they're doing that, but if you want the link to the eye restore professional laser device, the medical device, please just DM me eye restore. I'll get that to you. It's $450 off. So this one I do know the price of. This is almost normally $1,200. This is now a total of $745. You're never gonna get a price cheaper than that. I've had this one, I wanna say at least 5 years, at least. I wanna say more than that, but I know I've had it at least 5 years. So this is the eye restore. If you think that red light therapy helps with your skin, your hair comes out of your skin. If you did not see that live that I did on hair restoration, on hair loss, because there's a lot of causes of hair loss, lack of circulation is one of those, and this really causes an increase in circulation in the whole scalp. So I am absolutely loving this. If you want the discount code for the eye restore, please just DM me that, or just to get the entire list of what my top picks are. If I can save you guys a little bit of money, great, but I'll still give you the list of the top picks and you can make those decisions for yourself. But that's basically how red light therapy helps with the scalp. It's a vasodilator. It's bringing circulation to the scalp. So anything that you're taking, you know, any sort of hair vitamins, if it can't get into the hair follicle, if it can't get in there to add all of those nutrients by way of all of our blood flow, you're not getting the most out of your money when it comes to your collagen or when it comes to your hair vitamins, because it's not getting to the place where it's needed. So devices like that, like the eye restore professional device, they increase the blood flow to the scalp. And I'm telling you, between that hat and the minoxidil, my hair has never been better. Okay, moving on, because I do want to get to how everything kind of works. Again, the visible light is the segment of electromagnetic spectrum that the human eye can see. And that's usually between 380 and 700. So for those of you who have been with me for a while and you know that I'm always talking about the therapeutic range of red light therapy, this is what I'm talking about. Because even though the human eye can see 380, which is down here in the UV, no, sorry. Yeah, the very top of the UV, all the way up to, to the red. We don't see near infrared, but if we're seeing in this spectrum, it's not like, you know, the red is from 620 to 750. That's the spectrum of red that we see, from 620 to 750. Now, if you have a device that's 620, does it mean that it's, you know, the best red light device that you can buy? Probably not, because although it might work in terms of being a vasodilator and stimulating mitochondrial activity, you're gonna have to leave this on for a lot longer. So when you look at red light therapy and a lot of the clinical trials that have happened, and there's extensive of them, that therapeutic range, which they have found, has been 630 to 660 nanometers. So although the red spectrum is bigger, 620 to 750, the therapeutic range is 630 to 660. So that's where you're gonna get the most benefit. So when you're looking at a device, this one is the Omnilux. Oh, did I have the charger? Maybe it just fell. Okay, hold on. When you're looking at a device like this, shoot, I don't know what happened to it. When you're looking at a device like this, you're wanting to look for certain things that make it to where it's more desirable. And one, to me, obviously, is the therapeutic range, the wavelength. So between 630 and 660 nanometers of red light. Now, when you're looking for a mask, there's a couple things to look for. And one is, how big is the mask and how much space is it covering your face? How comfortable is it to wear? right? So this is by Current Body. Sorry, I have cords everywhere. This is by Current Body. Let me see if I don't have a charge on this one. And so I do like this mask. I think it has like the straps. It's a little bit less, a little tiny bit fewer of the actual LEDs that are on the device. So when you're looking for a device, you want to look at how is the size and the treatment area. These are pretty comparable. How many lights does it have? The Omnilux has a little bit more than the Current Body, and it has a little bit more than also the Aduro. So, and then also, is it comfortable to wear? Because you're not going to wear a mask that is uncomfortable to wear. And how close are the lights to the actual treatment area that you're treating? So if you've got a mask and your mask is way out here, and it's like some big contraption that you're putting on your head, you're not going to get as good as a result as if you have a device where the mask can go right up against your face. That said, there's a lot of masks on the device. There's a lot of different masks on the market today. It's kind of flooded right now. So if you're looking for a mask, and there's various price points as well, look for a mask with a therapeutic range of 630 to 680 nanometers of red light. Okay, if you're looking for a device where you want other things to happen, then you can look for a device that has multiple colors like this one. And I'm going to tell you what those colors mean. So when you're looking at red light, let me see if I can get this. This is my daughter's device. It's not my device, so I'm not super familiar with it because I'm all about the red and the near infrared because that is healthy aging. That is anti-aging. That is fine lines and wrinkles. That's skin discolorations. That's melasma. That's a lot of different things that happen with red light therapy. But most importantly, it changes your skin on a cellular level by increasing ATP production in the mitochondria. That is the basis behind that. I have a question. I just want to see. Oh, no questions yet. Oh, somebody just said, oh shit, that was the question. Okay, nice question. Okay, so I'm just gonna go over this mask. I don't have any affiliation with it, but I could probably get you guys a link. Maybe I'll just add this into the link. If you guys DM me red light, I'll add this one into the link of things for you to look at. But red is anti-aging. We say healthy aging. It reduces fine lines and wrinkles, boosts collagen, and improves overall facial texture and reduces scarring. So it's getting to that level. And gosh, I wish I would have had, I thought I had something that showed how deep red light goes versus blue light, but I don't. But I think it's like a difference of red light is getting all the way to like 3 millimeter deep, and blue light is just on the surface. So red has to do more with the healthy aging, increasing circulation. It also has to do with muscle recovery, inflammation, reducing inflammation, has to do with increasing mood, so decrease in anxiety, decrease in depression. There's just it decreases arthritis in the joints. There's just so many benefits of that. And just because we can see it doesn't mean that this is all the light's doing is just bouncing off of the surface. It's not. It's penetrating and bypassing that epidermis, which is the outer layer of the skin, and it's getting in there into the dermis, the same area where we're stimulating it with radio frequency, the same area where we're, that's where the collagen production happens when we microneedle. It's calling on that dermis to then stimulate the collagen, produce the collagen. That's what's happening with red light. It's bypassing. I know it's hard to imagine, right? That this is going into our body through our skin, but it is. It is. There's so much research on this. There's so much research. So why is it still around after years and years and years? Because it works. It works. I think the first time I got a red light therapy panel was about 10 years ago. And I could tell a giant difference in multiple multiple things. I was going through, I think it might have been about 12 years ago. I was going through a terrible divorce. All divorces are terrible, but I did notice a big difference in how I slept when I used a panel like this. I noticed a big difference in my mood, in depression, in controlling anxiety. There's just so much research on that. When you're looking about systemic inflammation, and I'm not going to say red light therapy causes weight loss. I'm not going to say that, but just remember, everything is connected. Everything is connected. So if you're decreasing inflammation, does that somehow trickle down to what are you eating and how are you processing your food and how are you metabolizing your food and what are you craving? Absolutely it does. Absolutely. It's really quite amazing. And not only that, but our cells have red light receptors on them. So we're used to getting red light from the sunlight because it's one of those spectrums of light that white light contains all of those. So white light, the light from the sun, contains all of the spectrums of light. Oh, that just shut off. Contains all of the spectrums of light. So all of these spectrums are in our UV light, and we're spending way more time indoors. Somebody says, quit ignoring me, please. Sorry, I must have missed your question because I would never ignore anybody. Oh, thank you so much for the badge. Thank you for the badge, Swim515. Ask your question again because sometimes if I'm looking over to the other side or I'm grabbing something, the questions come up so quickly that I can't see them. If I don't know a question, I'm going to say I don't know a question. I would never ignore anybody though, unless it's like obscene. Then I try to ignore those people. Okay, so let me just, if you've got your question, ask again. I'm just going to let it kind of sit there for a second. Do I DM? Yeah, if you want my top red light therapy picks, DM me red light and I'll give you the list. You can figure out which one you want to buy from there, or if it's something that you want to buy, or do you want to do a full panel? I do both. I do both and I'm going to get back to the other spectrums. I do both. I do this red light therapy mask every single morning. It's on the side of my bed. And the reason why I do it in the morning is because it really does help with that sleep-wake pattern. So if you're putting this on in the morning, it's gonna help to regulate that, hey, it's time for me to wake up. Because remember, red light is part of that other spectrum as well. So yes, I finally found the little thing. I love this because it's portable. So you take this thing off, you charge this, and then once it's charged, you've got this you can sit on the side of your bed. So I have this right on the side of my bed. I wake up first thing in the morning, no makeup on, my skincare from last night, throw this thing on for 10 minutes. Sometimes I'll hit a second cycle. I'll do 20 minutes on this. And this is helping my skin on a cellular level. So if you can't overdo this, unless you're like sitting there all day long, pushing, which you do not want to do. You can end up with hives or a rash. You can have too much energy in the skin. You should promote their products and get paid for it. That's basically what you're doing because it's kind of true. Like we need the information. I don't have anything I'm not making money on this. This I've been using for so long that I do have an affiliate code which saves you guys money. I'm terrible at chasing money the company owes me. I'm terrible at it. And I hate affiliate marketing, but I get so many questions all the time about what's your favorite device, which one works the best, that it just made more sense for me to give you guys a link and a discount for that. That's not my main source of income. I do one-on-one consultations. And if you think you're learning something here, wait till I get you one-on-one in a Zoom, because not only will I improve your skin, but I'll keep you living longer on the planet and looking and feeling your best while doing that and expanding that health span so that the number of years you do have on the planet are healthy. And red light, to me, is part of that. So this is not just superficial. This is not just fine lines and wrinkles, although it does that. It is a lot more than that. We're talking about energizing the cells through mitochondrial stimulation that increases ATP production, that it can be systemic, not just in the face, but through the entire body, And not only that, when you're doing a mask like this, do you think that you're not getting some sort of also systemic increase in energy of the cells? You are, because everything's connected. Now, it's not going to be as intense as this full body panel, but you're still getting way more than wrinkle reduction, even when you're just using something like a mask. Okay, I want to just go over these other lights. I don't use these other lights. I feel at my age, at 55, red light and near infrared is where I like to play, because that's what's going to get more systemic in increase in cellular energy. Can you tell me which lights target what area? I'm going to do that right now. Okay, so red is fine lines and wrinkles, boosts collagen, improves overall skin texture and tone, and like I just said, a lot more. It does a lot more than that. The blue, see if they have the blue. The blue is acne-fighting. It kills the bacteria that causes the acne. This is more superficial. It's a shorter wavelength. The red is a more longer wavelength. It gets in deeper. Blue does not penetrate the skin as deeply, but it does get right to that place where if you've got cystic acne, it gets to that place where that bacteria is living. Okay, so hold on, I just missed a big question. I definitely learned from you right now. Yay, thank you so much. Since when we're using Omnilux? Oh my God, the time is like, I don't know. But let me think about that for a second. I have the same mask. I use it every day. Have you ever tried ozone therapy? Yes, I've tried ozone therapy. That's a whole other life. Maybe that's a good thing to do a whole other live on. Okay, back to the colors. I want to get through this because this mask has a lot of colors, and it just kind of depends on what it is that you're trying to treat, right? So the blue light is acne fighting. Orange light, let me see if I can get to orange. Orange light firms the skin, reduces dullness, dark spots, and leaves you with glowing skin. Now, when you're thinking about, I don't want to like go on a tangent, but I think that that's a little bit more of a bit of an overstatement, because when you're looking at red, you're so close to orange, aren't you? When you're looking at red, you're so close to orange. Could you get that with a red light therapy mask? Absolutely, you get that with a red light therapy mask. It's bypassing the level where the orange would be stationary. The blue's up here. The orange gets to a certain level. Red gets even deeper. So I would not buy this mask. I would not buy an orange light therapy mask. Don't buy an orange light therapy mask, okay? But just kind of kitschy and things, kind of interesting thing. This is what it's at, that orange light that gets to that level to firm the skin, reduces dullness. So now let's go to green. Green. Okay, so green balances oily skin, reduces dark spots, reduces under eye bags. I have no idea how that does that. Studies have shown it aids in hyperpigmentation and reducing inflammation. So if we look on the spectrum here, blue is our shortest wavelength, right? That's more superficial. Red is our longest wavelength. Near infrared is even longer. So we're looking at more superficial to the deeper penetration. So when we're looking at green, remember we said blue helps to fight acne, also helps with psoriasis and reducing, reduce damage caused from the sun. So blue kind of combats that. It's more superficial. Orange, which was right next to the red, we said firm skin. I would bypass that one. The green, which is right next to the blue, balances oily skin. So again, we're talking about the superficial. Oily skin reduces dark spots, usually dark spots associated with acne scars or marks. Reduces eye bags, no idea how that happens, and aids in hyperpigmentation and reduces inflammation. So all of that, it's superficial, it's reducing inflammation right there. When you're looking at red light therapy, it's systemic, you're reducing inflammation throughout your entire body. Okay, moving on, we're gonna go to the yellow. I think that's yellow. Okay, this is yellow. Let's say this is yellow. It calms inflammation, reduces redness, and promotes skin hydration. It boosts lymphatic flow, which helps remove toxins and increase skin hydration and circulation. Red light therapy does that too. Red light therapy does that too. But if we look on the spectrum, yellow is not that far, well, you can see the mask through it, but anyways, yellow is not that far from the orange, not that far from the red, so we're getting into those kind of benefits. For me, screw it, I'm just gonna do the red light therapy. Okay, and then let's see, what else do we have here? Cyan reduces swollen capillaries and mild acne. White, I don't even know if it has a white. It doesn't have a white, but accelerates skin metabolism, firms up your skin, reduces fine lines and wrinkles and inflammation. And the purple, which is a combination, the purple is a combination of red and blue. Red and blue make purple. And so you're getting the benefits of both superficial as well as deeper down. Does it work as good as if you're just doing red light therapy alone in terms of the more deeper treatments? No, it's best just to hit it with red light therapy. Okay, I wanna go back to some of these questions. I'm just dropping devices all over the place. Hold on, do you have Omnilux for neck and hands if you use the panel? Listen, I love this panel. This panel, I'm gonna turn it back on again, because you can put this in the corner of a room. Best case scenario, you guys, you would turn this on and you would stand for 10 minutes like this, without your clothes on, obviously. You'd stand for 10 minutes, and then you'd turn around, you'd stand for another 10 minutes. That's the ideal in terms of red light therapy. Now, a lot of people don't have 20 minutes to stand in front of a device. I have this backed up to my sink. So when I'm brushing my teeth, or I'm washing my face, or I'm putting on my skincare, I'm getting my whole backside. So I'm multitasking. The best ways, honestly, what I have found in being consistent, which you guys know if you have my protocol, you know how consistent I am with these type of treatments. If you don't have this, DM me protocol, I'll send it to you. But that's how I fit in all the red light therapy and microneedling and radiofrequency and microcurrent and dry brush all in a weekly schedule to where I'm not spending more than 30 minutes a day in skincare. You have to kind of pair your skincare treatments with normal activities that you would normally do every day. And then that way it doesn't seem like you're adding any time. So I have this on my backside while I'm brushing my teeth, while I'm washing my face. And then while I'm applying some of my skincare, I turn around because there's a little beep that will say I'm halfway done. I turn around and I'll do some of my skincare. I'll have a podcast on and I've got another 10 minutes. To me, the red light therapy kind of panels like this are, if you only want to invest in one device in terms of healthy aging and for your overall health, the big panel is the way to go. Now, do I use both? I use this almost every single day because it's super easy for me to wake up in the morning, start getting my water going, getting my tea going. My husband actually gets my tea going, but you know what I mean. But drink my tea, all of that stuff, and I just sit here for 10 minutes with this mask on. Somebody just asked if I can send you the protocol. DM me after this, or when this goes to my main feed, which my Saturday lives are always posted to my main feed, DM me protocol, and that'll give you the weekly schedule. For those of you who don't have the microneedling protocol, you can DM me microneedling protocol. I got a lot of protocols these days. And for those looking for the younger looking eyes protocol, just DM me eyes and I'll get those to you. But red light therapy for me is non-negotiable for certain days of the protocol after microneedling. So no matter what, I know that I'm getting red light therapy on Monday, I'm getting it on Tuesday, and I'm getting it on Thursday. Now that's not the most ideal, but that is minimal for me. So if I can get in a little red light therapy, even just having this on while I'm in the room, if I'm sitting down here at my vanity, to have this red light therapy on is doing stuff to my body cellularly that's gonna positively affect my healthy aging. So it's more than just a beauty treatment, which all beauty treatments really are more than just a beauty treatment, right? There's a lot of things that we talk about that have to do with the health of the skin, creating microtraumas, that have to do with the function and the health of the skin. So even though this does help with fine lines and wrinkles and all of those things, skin discolorations, melasma, hyperpigmentation, it's also doing muscle recovery and I just saw a question kind of threw me off. It's also doing muscle recovery and stimulating every cell in your body on a mitochondrial level, increasing ATP. And when we age, our cells decrease ATP production. Our mitochondria get exhausted. So now let's think about that. We've got a device and a technology in red light that is stimulating mitochondrial production of ATP, which is reversing what normally happens as we age. I'm just gonna let that sink in because that's pretty freaking great. That's great. I also have like these kind of things that I use sometimes. If you're in the middle of meditating, it's hard to meditate like this, you guys. I mean, you can sit Indian, not Indian style, but crisscross. Sorry, using those new terms. I apologize for that. But you can sit down and shine this red light on you with a mat on the ground. But to me, to be able to like put something like this on my yoga mat and lay down on it or put it on the back of the couch when I'm watching TV and just like have a little tank top on or something, you're getting a lot more benefit than just using the mask. So these kind of big panels are great, but again, they're a little bit more difficult to use, which is why I go back and forth and I use both. When I travel, obviously, I'm using a red light therapy mask, and I do have the hand device because Joan Rivers has that saying, you can hide a lot of things, but the hands always give it away. And so sometimes when I'm watching TV downstairs, I'll just have this on my hand and switch back and forth. And then also, let's see if I can find it. There's these that are great. This one's by Current Body, but I do have the Omnilux as well. And these are the neck and décolletage attachments. So in the morning, what I normally do, and I do have a link for this one as well. I'll give you guys both and you can determine which is best for you. I'll also give you a link to some of let me see if I can do this. I can show you some of the lesser expensive ones that are more economic. They're just a little bit more easy on the pocketbook. In my Amazon store, I've got the giant mats too that you actually can slip your whole body into. Again, you're gonna have to be laying down while doing that. So I have a lot of different red light therapy devices, but the two types that I use all the time is the big panel and the red light therapy masks. So those are the two kind of red light therapy devices that I use. Okay, let's see. Are there any questions? Ooh, God, we're running out of time. Let's see if there's anything else I wanted to talk about. Ooh. Hi guys. Okay, so tomorrow I'm going to be doing a demo. I haven't figured out what I'm going to be doing yet, but I might be doing a demo of microneedling on my neck and my chest. So if you guys want to join me tomorrow at 11 a.m. and you have a microneedling device, we can microneedle ourselves together. And somebody just asked, can you use a face mask on other body parts? Absolutely. Listen, I know that these devices are expensive, you guys. I'm not going to tell you to get a device that's not going to work. I just won't do it. I know that the science behind red light therapy is beyond what we ever thought it was. And people are just now wrapping their heads around the fact that like, it's not just for superficial beauty. There's a lot of health benefits here. So if you can only buy one thing and you think, there's no way I'm gonna buy like a big panel like this, I don't have the space for it, they do make smaller ones that are just as effective. It's not covering your full body, but you can put it on your tabletop and shine that red light on you while you're working or while you're doing other things. But you can take a device like this, use it for your hair, use it for your neck, use it for your abdomen. Can this type of device, even though it's got the eye holes, help in terms of like stimulating mitochondrial energy with the increase in ATP throughout other parts of your body? Yes, you can. You can do that. I'm like when I travel and I don't want to travel with my iRestore medical device, because honestly, you guys, this is the gold standard of red light therapy for hair restoration. I mean, there's nothing like it on the market because of all of the lasers and LEDs. There's 282 lasers and LEDs here, and it does really help with circulation of nutrients and blood flow to the scalp. And I've been using this, gosh, I don't even know when I got this. I'd have to go back and look through my stuff, but it's been at least 5 years, and I have different hair now. I have different hair because of a device like this. So it is FDA cleared, and the good thing about this is that they give you like a 12-month money back guarantee. So if like after you keep this for a year, if you don't see results, they'll give you your money back. That's how sure that this company is, that their technology works. And you know what? I'm here to tell you it does work. It's right now, listen, if I can save you guys money, I'll save you guys money. This is a very expensive machine. This is almost $1,200 normally, but right now it's cheaper than it was in Black Friday, and it's at $745 is what this costs. It's $450 off. So that brings the price to $745. So it's normally $1,200. This is a medical device. There's not another laser medical hair restoration device on the market that is as powerful as this one. I'm just telling you. So if you want that device for hair restoration, just DM me, the iRestore, or you can, hair or whatever. But you can, for those of you who asked, yes, you can do something like this. Yes, you can move a device that you have around your body. And now, is it gonna be as great as doing like a 10-minute front and back? Yeah, there's no way that that's gonna happen, but it doesn't mean that you can't benefit from red light therapy. So get creative with it. I've often told clients, if you've got a mask like this, or you have a mat like this, don't go buy another device. Spend it, unless you really want to, but spend that money on like a radio frequency device or a microcurrent device or a microneedling device, and then wait. And if you really want to invest in your health, then you're looking at devices that are really effective. So all the devices that I talked about today are in that therapeutic wavelength. I wouldn't bring a product on here and talk about it if it wasn't effective. Just know that. I would not bring a product on here and talk about it if it wasn't effective, unless I said, hey, this product sucks, which sometimes I do. Okay, are there any other questions, you guys? I did get a question through the subscription club. If you guys don't belong to the subscription club, there's only so many questions that I can answer on a live show, and only so many questions I can answer in a DM, because it's just me. It's just me answering the questions. I don't have a team of people doing this. It's just me. And so to join that subscription club at $4.99, ask me all the questions you want, and then you can always, not join anymore. Let me see if there was anything. I have the whole page of notes, so I'll definitely need those protocols. I love it. Oh my gosh, Cherry Pie, welcome to my world. Cherry Pie just said, I'm gonna need all of those protocols. There's a lot of them now. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Is there 4? I also have an ultimate skincare guide that gives you morning and evening, which I don't talk about enough. but there's an ultimate skincare guide that you can also get. Just DM me ultimate skincare guide. But I do have I have the younger looking eyes guidebook. I've got the skincare protocol that shows how to put in all the different devices. I have the microneedling protocol. All of these are for free. I don't know why I do it, but all of them are for free in a hopes to be able to help you and cut through all the marketing BS out there and make sure that what you're using is effective, because I can't count how much money and time I have spent on useless devices. Lesson learned. And so now I'm teaching you how not to do that, how not to waste your money. Get things that are effective. Get things that are, your skin looks super healthy. That's because it is cherry pie. I'm 55 years old. My skin is healthy. And when I do things to my skin, even on a daily basis of 30 minutes a day, I'm looking at skin health. I'm looking at the health of the skin, which is not only what you're doing on the outside, but it's how are you eating? Are you eating a predominantly plant-based diet? I'm not saying vegan, predominantly plant-based diet, colors of the rainbow, layering your food the way that you're eating it so that you're staying in metabolic optimal health, right? So we don't, staying away, not necessarily giving up all sweets and starchy carbs, but figuring out a way to put them in a diet in such a way that you've got fiber first and that your metabolism and your blood glucose level is going to be, not your metabolism, more so, your metabolism you want to go up and your blood glucose level you want to be steady. How are you sleeping? How are you exercising? How are you meditating? Are you grounding? All of these things affect the health of your skin. And that's what this channel is about. It's not just about looking younger. That is an aftermath of health. Having healthy skin is an aftermath of what are you doing to your body. Somebody said, what retinoid would you recommend is the best? I love Zeo Skin Health. I think that Zeo Skin Health is the best skincare on the market. It's super expensive, which is why I give people other choices. If you want that ultimate skincare guide, just DM me ultimate skincare guide. I give very economical choices of things that are effective, that work. Effective, work, and are affordable. Effective and work are the same, but you know what I mean. They're effective, they work, and they're affordable when you really think about it. So I hope that helps. Okay, is there anything else? We're getting close here to see if there's any other questions that are coming up. Okay, guys, come on. Let's keep it G here. This is an educational channel. Okay, I think that's it. Agreed on Zeo Skin Health. Zeo Skin Health is Dr. Obaji's line. He sold his first line, which was Obaji. So the science kind of stopped there. He went on and developed Zeo Skin Health, which is, to me, very cutting edge skincare. No affiliation, although I love Dr. Obaji. He taught me a lot about skin and skin health because and I'm not a dermatologist, you guys. I'm not a dermatologist. I'm a gerontologist, somebody who studies the aging process. I have a double master's in gerontology and in psychology. I'm a holistic nutrition and health coach and a yoga instructor. And I'm obsessed with what do you do outside of your body with these little devices, the things that I do, and skincare that help your self-esteem. And what are you doing inside your body with movement and sleep and whole foods and all of that shine through your skin. So it's a very much an inside out and an outside in approach to healthy aging. If we're living longer, let's freaking look as best as we can doing so and have our best functioning body. Vanessa, thank you so much for that badge. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna see you tomorrow. We're gonna microneedle. I don't know I think I'm gonna microneedle my neck and my décolletage. I think that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow at 11. Have a great rest of your Saturday.